It was a great film, very strong topic, very strongly made, and I was also surprised to see Richard Bruyat in the credits, because a few years ago in Ji.hlava there was his film. Maybe you could say the title, and maybe if you could say how is it connected also topically?
Title in French is L'Encerclement. I don't know in English, but it was also about neoliberalism. So Richard Bruyat is really in the origin of this project. Will mean that the idea comes from Benoît Arquin. He's the cameraman, and Richard take it over. Started to write for years. He was searching. This was a huge research for this topic that he did for years. So then, when it came to the direction of the film, so it was a changement. But Richard is still in the project as an author, but also as a line producer. So it also the choice for Mathieu Roy was also his choice for the direction of the film.
Yeah, it's interesting personal connection. The film itself deals with the fact that, or reveals synthetically impacts of the fact that basically also in the field of agriculture and food industry, the producers are the last ones basically who somehow takes share, and also that the corporate agriculture has a big impact on many other things, like including landscapes and lives of the people. One of the Indian farmers says that basically all impacts are somehow known, all facts of these circumstances are known. Also your film is a part of this, let's say, great analysis, but do you see, is there some difference in terms of connecting institutions or governments who could really make some change? Or it's not nowadays in the hands of politics at all?
It's a complicated question, but I think, as you said, the film, it's about food and farming crisis. Huh? And everybody in the film is aware about that, but the interests are very different. And I think there is a kind of automatism that is installed today that is difficult because there's too much interest in market, in profit, that the market is really in this free market. There is a mechanism that you can't stop like that, because too much interest also for the governments, because it's not only the big players, there's also the government. They make the rules also, and they also profit from this from these situations. And the problem is so complex that even the UN, you saw it in the film, the FAO, they make competition measures to give more liberty, more freedom to the liberalism, to the free market. It's kind of absurd, but this is in the film. They say that.
Maybe I would ask for how does it look? How is the life of the film all over the globe? It concerns really everyone in terms of topicality. Could you say what are maybe the versions and how it's trying to get impact on people?
Impact on people, on the farmers?
No.
That's
in general,
the impact of the film. Yes.
Maybe I'll say it again. Could you say shortly how you distribute such a film, and in which forms?
Yeah. This film we saw this evening, these 3 hour films, it's really designated to the festivals, and we hope really to awake the awareness of the people to this problem, because, as I said, this is one of the biggest problem we have to challenge in the future. This is one thing. Then we have another version of 78 minutes, and this is for the television, but it's also some distributor can decide to show it. So, but the shorter one is maybe more compact. It's more, it's the same message, differently. The 3 hours allowed to the audience really a kind of immersion to know what it will mean farming today in our countries and in Africa and India, all over the world, what it really means a smallholder farmer.
Okay, thank you for coming.